Attorney General Pam Bondi has chosen a prosecutor to investigate people and companies associated with Jeffrey Epstein.
Donald Trump doesn't just force himself onto others. He forces his guilt onto them too. This is a man who has spent his entire life pointing the finger at everyone else so you never notice the hand behind his back. And today was no different. He walked out in front of cameras pretending everything was normal, pretending he wasn't melting down, pretending the world wasn't closing in around him. And as he did, Pam Bondi, his own attorney general, quietly picked a prosecutor to investigate people and companies tied to Jeffrey Epstein. But before that, just watch these clips.
Yet at times, his fatherly praise is downright cringeworthy, like on The View in 2006.
I said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Stop it! Oh, it's so weird. Stop
You know what? You are sick.
Far from protecting his daughter from being talked about as a sex object, he has encouraged it multiple times. On Howard Stern's radio show in 2004 and then again in 2006.
By the way, your daughter,
She's beautiful.
can I say this? A piece of ass.
Yeah.
She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous. She's tall. She's almost 6 feet tall.
In May, Ivanka described herself as a feminist while defending her father on CBS after a scathing New York Times article about his alleged negative treatment of women.
Is there unending commentary on the female form?
No. I've known my father, obviously, my whole life, and he has total respect for women.
Please welcome the lovely Ivanka Trump.
Still, even Ivanka seemed confused when talk show host Wendy Williams asked about things the two have in common.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Donald Trump has always been proud of his daughter.
I'd call collect to his office. I was probably, 10 years old. He would pick up the phone every single time, and he'd put me on speakerphone. It wouldn't be a long conversation. He'd introduce me to whoever was in his office.
And he was front row when Ivanka took to the catwalk during her short-lived career as a fashion model. Still, Donald Trump repeatedly points out how hot his daughter is, saying last year in a Rolling Stone article, "Yeah, she's really something, and what a beauty, that one. If I weren't happily married and, her father."
My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
Yeah, she's hot.
Ivanka continues to defend her.
And folks, that is not the plot twist Trump wanted. Because just hours before Bondi moved, Trump jumped onto Truth Social and suddenly demanded an investigation, but only into Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, Reid Hoffman, J.P. Morgan, and a handful of names that conveniently exclude the one man Epstein was closest to for over a decade, himself.
He has total respect for women.
Please welcome the lovely Ivanka Trump.
Still, even Ivanka seemed confused when talk show host Wendy Williams asked about things the two have in common.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
This is what Trump always does. The second he feels the walls close in, he throws someone else into the fire and screams, "Look over there." And right now, the Republican-held House is preparing for that historic vote, the one that will force the DOJ to release the Epstein files. And suddenly, Trump is projecting harder than ever, trying to drag every name he can into the mud except his own. Like we all forgot who used to spend nights with Epstein at Mar-a-Lago.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would.
Release the list.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
Will you work with me on this issue so we know who worked with Jeffrey Epstein in building these sex trafficking rings?
Absolutely, Senator. Child sex trafficking has no place in the United States of America, and I will do everything, if confirmed as FBI director, to make sure the American public knows the full weight of what happened in the past and how we are going to countermand missing children and exploited children going forward.
Just last week, the president's excellent pick for FBI Director Kash Patel vowed to work with me in releasing the Epstein records and breaking apart the trafficking rings that harm countless women and children across our country.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. All this evidence is sitting in the Southern District of New York.
Yep.
So based on that, I gave them the deadline, Friday at 8, a truckload of evidence arrived. It's now in the possession of the FBI. Cash is going to get me and himself, really, a detailed report as to why all these documents and evidence had been withheld. It's a new administration, and everything's going to come out to the public. The public has a right to know. Americans have a right to know.
I know the Attorney General has committed to releasing those files. I would defer you to the Department of Justice on her timeline, but when she's made a promise in the past, she has kept it, and I'm certain that she will in this case as well.
Welcome back, everybody. 20 minutes to the top of the hour. Case closed. The Justice Department revealing Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide and insists there is no secret client list.
Now he's claiming the Justice Department is weaponized. Meanwhile, he spent years begging Pam Bondi to prosecute his political enemies, like a mob boss demanding favors. And the moment he feels a loss, a lawsuit, or public humiliation, he lashes out at everyone else. He calls Biden Sleepy Joe, but he's the one falling asleep during briefings. He accused Democrats of foreign collusion while his campaign was meeting with Russians in Trump Tower. He screamed Hunter Biden used his father's name to make money after Trump's own family pulled in billions from Saudis, Qataris, UAE investors, and cryptocurrency oligarchs. Projection isn't just Trump's habit, it's his survival strategy. He treats his base like they're pets, chasing a ball he never actually threw. But people aren't buying it anymore. Not the moderates, not the independents, and now, not even his own party. Because if you watch closely, this is a man who knows the truth is coming for him. He knows the Epstein files vote is days away. He knows Pam Bondi can't shield him forever. And he knows the one thing he fears the most, the thing he spent years hiding behind lies, distractions, and projections, is about to be exposed. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. And Donald Trump, he lives in a glass kingdom, built on guilt, projection, and the hope that his supporters won't notice the cracks. But now they do. Now the world sees it, and no amount of projection can save him from what's coming. And this is what Major Taylor Greene.
The whole propaganda machine that has been spoon-fed to Christians, whether it's in the pews at church or Bible study, or coming through the television or through their politicians' mouths, that we have to do everything for Israel. That's the only way we're going to go to heaven. America will be cursed if we don't. That whole lie is breaking apart. And thank God it is, because I, as a Christian, you as a Christian, we know there's only one way, and it's through Jesus Christ. He is our Savior. He died on a cross for us. He rose from the dead in 3 days. He is the one and only living Son of God, and he is seated at the right hand of the Father. And he's going to come again one day to judge the living and the dead. And that is the way you go to heaven. And that is the truth. And that is the light. And that is the only way that we should think and believe. And it doesn't come to bowing down to Israel, the government of Israel, or the military of Israel, or any politician. And the shaming that we have received, and the shaming that carries on, is actually what is destroying them, completely destroying them. It's destroying not only them, it's destroying the social media influencers that are taking money, that it is destroying everyone that gets sucked into this great deception. And that's what it is, Tucker. It is a great deception, but thank God people are waking up to it.
Yeah, I know the Israel's foreign ministry has paid a lot of people to slander me as a bigot.